Hey, you guys, how's it going? I bet you're wondering, what is this? What is this video doing on the Lone Star Tomball Theater channel? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to be making these kind of videos every other week for you guys. Yeah, this is going to be like a thing now. I'm going to sit here for like 25 minutes every other week and just talk. Because me and the wonderful Jill Brummer have decided people are kind of going crazy during quarantine. There's not a lot of stuff going on. And for us theater nerds out there, we really don't have anything going on. We are really just relying on TikTok for any sort of artistic entertainment. So we decided that I am also going to be helping that by just kind of talking about things that are going on in the theater world, what's going on at Lone Star, like our little theater world, and I think it's going to be really fun. If you hear any sounds in the back over the music, that's my dogs, because I'm in the comfort of my home right now. That is also why I look like this. I actually decided to just keep my pajamas on and record the video like this, because a lot of us, if we are not going to work or not going somewhere out of necessity, are kind of just home in our pajamas, taking our classes, really just trying to get through the pandemic. So I thought I should dress accordingly. This is what I woke up in. So here we go. I will say for later videos, it's probably going to be a little more professional, or not professional, probably more fun. I'm hoping that I can record more in our black box where, don't worry, I'm going to be away from people, so I won't have to wear my mask. However, we also plan on having people on the show for interviews and things like that, so in that case, we will wear masks. But until then, it's free mask, baby. It's all free mask, and I think that's going to be really fun. The first thing that I want to talk about is our little theater world at Tomball Lone Star. We just had auditions for Hamlet Thrillmageddon. Quite the name. It's supposed to be a really funny parody of Hamlet, where basically a high school does not have enough funds to put on a good play. So they have to keep getting sponsors. And that's all I'm going to say. But it's really funny. And if you know me, I'm really big on comedy. I'm very nitpicky about it. I'm very critical. I'm like, that's all funny. But I actually do think this one's really funny. I really enjoy it. I am AD for it, assistant director to Jill Brummer. And I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't know how we were going to be doing theater when all of this started, because theater is very hands-on. I mean, it's theater. You have to be around people. You have to be interacting with people to get connections. And also, apart from the actual stage, you have to have an audience. I mean, or so I thought. You had to have an audience to get reactions and things like that. But I think that we have really pulled it off here at Lone Star Tomball. Jill has been recording the shows and then just putting them out when they're done. And we still get a pretty good amount of people who actually sit and watch it. And we have all been very safe about it. We all wear masks. We all stay 6 feet apart. And one thing that I really enjoy is that the masks have faces on them, drawn on them. So you feel a little more normal watching them with masks. And a lot of the actors use their movements now. There is a lot of just hand motions to show how they're feeling and stuff, and they convey it really well. So I personally have no worries about this year and any upcoming semesters where we have to do this. Hopefully we don't have to keep recording shows, and hopefully if things go right in the world, we will just get back to normal, or at least somewhat to normal, where we can just put on shows and people can come and see us. But for now, this is our normal, and I think we're doing it pretty well. I'm honestly really excited for the show that we're about to do. We have an amazing cast. We have a wonderful crew. I am just beyond excited. Another thing I want to talk about is TikTok. I didn't really know how to transition into that. I just wanted to talk about TikTok. I know that right now, a lot of us don't have any place to like kind of show like our talents and like just show the world like I still love theater, but I don't know how to show anybody. TikTok, really. I have seen so many people who are fantastic singers, fantastic dancers, wonderful actors, and they're all on TikTok. They're all just like, they're making their own little shows on there. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I have seen some like crazy impressive stuff, and it's just on this app, just on this like funny little app that like most people don't even think about. Like, if you're a college student right now and like you're done with classes for the day, you just got off work, I can bet you even money that one of the first things you do is you just sit in bed and you just go, I'm looking at some TikToks. Like, that's what I'm going to do right now. And that's what you do. And you just sit there for hours just looking at TikToks. I promise you, you do it because I do it too. There is no shame in this house. I promise you. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about that relates it to theater even more so is the fact that our generation was so bored in quarantine that they actually made an entire musical off of Ratatouille. There's like a Ratatouille musical now. Like, granted, it's not fantastic Broadway, like amazing effects or anything because we're in a pandemic. But like, there were like legit like celebrities that were in it. Like Wayne Brady? What? And like, the music was amazing. And like, oh my gosh, there were so many good things about it. And like, I can say all this, and I haven't even watched it. I am saying all of these good things only because I have seen clips of it from TikTok, of course. Like, I've seen people who have recorded, like, them reacting to actual celebrities, like, singing their songs that they created and stuff. And I already know. Like, I don't even gotta watch it. I have seen this whole thing through. I have seen every song that they have put in this show. It is all so very good. If you want me to watch it, please let me know in the comments so maybe I can have my own little critique of it. Because I'll watch it. It's like $5 to watch it, and I'll talk about it. I don't care. If you want me to, I will. But anyway, back to the point. I just think that's great. I think the whole point of that show is like, hey, just because we can't all be together like this, you can't stop theater people. They're going to create things. They're going to somehow still make theater in their lives. And I think that is just amazing. I just wanted to say also, I'm sorry if the editing is weird or if the sound is kind of off or anything like that. This is my very first video I've ever made. Like, besides really short videos of my teacher saying like, just send in this quick video. Like, I've never sat down and like edited a video. I've never done anything like that before. This is my first time doing anything like that. And let me tell you, I am a grandma through and through. I am such an old lady about technology. So I'm sorry, I will improve. I am going to get a microphone so my sound will be really clear and you can hear my voice really clear. And there won't be any problems. I actually did buy a microphone, but then whenever I tried to like connect it to my great little computer, it wouldn't. I think it's because it's a MacBook Air. But I digress. That is personal issues. I am going to get a good microphone. I am going to start working in the black box for my videos, and it'll be great. And I think it'll be really fun. But I think it's also fine if the very first video is kind of rough, because I don't know. I think I can get away with it. I think this first video is really just supposed to make everybody feel at home and kind of feel like, oh, well, at least I'm going to have something to look forward to every other week. I can just listen to this girl ramble about theater. So if I'm bored, I can at least check up on her and see how she's doing. So maybe her editing has gotten better. Who knows? But the only way to find out if my editing is good or not is to keep checking up every other week and see if the videos improve. So that's on you. So the last thing that I want to talk about for this video is I want every video of mine for me to talk about any musical or any theater show that you would like me to talk about. On rare occasions, I can probably talk about like TV shows or movies and things like that if that's what people want. I'm just gonna give the people what they want. Really, I am your vessel. Whatever you want me to talk about, I will, because I see this channel completely for fun. I don't have an agenda. I'm just doing whatever you guys want me to do. I'm your theater puppet. So just call me Avenue Q. That was a bad one. Yep. But anyway, yeah, I want to talk about at least one musical, play, show, movie, whatever you want, in every episode that I put out. So I think for this one, I'm going to start with a musical that everybody knows, that everybody has talked about, everybody has their very own specific opinions about, and I think that the musical for this episode is going to be Hamilton. Yay! So my opinion on Hamilton is that it's good. It's a good musical. Don't get me wrong. I think the soundtrack is the most phenomenal part. It tells the story of Alexander Hamilton so well. It makes us care about not just him, but everybody who is in his life. Everybody means something to him. And I think that that's really great. I think that they really honed in on connections really well in this story. My only problem is the actual, like, watching the actual show itself. The blocking is kind of weird. In my own opinion. I'm not an expert or anything like that. I'm just a theater major, and these are just what I think. I think that the blocking is strange. I really enjoy the spinning stage. I think that's extremely cool, and I like how they can so smoothly transition things. But I don't know. It's just something about the way that they walk around on stage. I don't know what it is. It's just something, and it irks me. It's a tiny little thing, and and I bet what's going to happen is I'm going to think about it so much, like, what is it that I don't like about the blocking? And I'm not going to know. And then, like, maybe 3 episodes later, I'll be like, guys, I figured it out. I know what I don't like. But until then, I'm just stuck not knowing why the blocking bothers me as much as it does. And one other thing that is kind of weird about Hamilton is the fact that every song basically just transitions into itself, which is really good for people who can't afford to go see the show. You basically have it right there, just like on your phone. You can just listen to it and you know what's going on in the story. And that's good for people who, can't go see the show because, I mean, let's face it, like, the tickets are ridiculously expensive. So there is a large majority of people who have not seen the show, but they love Hamilton. And that's because they know, they hear the soundtrack, and so they know the story, and they're moved just by listening to the music. And I think that part's pretty amazing. But then, on the other hand, I mean, there are people who do go see the show. And whenever it came out, I think it was the 4th of July that it came out on Disney Plus, I watched it. And it's a little awkward to watch that the songs just transition articulation into each other. It's kind of weird to watch. I'm not gonna lie. It feels really forced, and it also feels like everything is going so fast because everything is just like song after song after song. And it's so weird to say that it feels fast when the show itself is so long. But there's just a lot of contradictory things about the show itself. Like, for instance, I complain that, the songs are one right after another, but every song is so good, and it would be such a shame if they were to have to take any of those songs out to give more time to actual acting. So, I mean, obviously it's a fantastic show, but every show has things that it could have worked on. And I think that that's just one of the biggest problems. That's something I can actually pinpoint where I'm like, I don't like that every song is back to back like that. It's really good for people who can listen to it just on their phones, but it's not so great for people who are watching it and they feel like everything is just one right after the other. And we don't get like a breath of relief to just watch them sit and be people. It's really just like, every song, excitement, everything's happening. And sometimes I think it's okay to see the main character just breathe and kind of like live a normal life for a second. Because, I mean, Alexander Hamilton lived an incredibly like crazy life. His life was wild. But he was still just a man. I mean, he still had like domestic days and things like that. I'm not saying we should have a whole scene of just him sitting there going like, gee, I wonder when Eliza's going to bring my coffee in here. It's been like 15 minutes. I don't say that, but I think it would have been fine to just have moments of just like, of peace, But we didn't get that. It was just a lot of energy the whole time. And sometimes, I guess, in my own personal opinion, that exhausts me when a show is just constant energy. That's also how I feel about Matilda. But that is another time. That's another story for another episode. So, who knows? Maybe we'll talk about Matilda next time. But I would really like it if you guys were to put a show in the comments that you were just like, I would love it if somebody were to talk about this show. I have never seen somebody talk about this show before. And don't feel shy. If it's a show that not a lot of people know, I promise you, if I choose it, I will look it up and I will find out everything that I need to know about that show and I'll talk about it. So don't feel nervous that maybe I'll be like, oops, sorry, I don't know it. I'm not going to talk about it. I will. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's not that much else that I can talk about for this episode. I hope this doesn't feel extremely like fast. I hope this doesn't feel rushed. But please bear with me. If you have any ideas for how the other episode should go or how I should edit things, please let me know because I'm extremely new to this. Like I said, I'm just a girl who wants to talk about theater with you. So I don't really know much about video editing, and how long a video should be and how smooth transitions should be and all that great hoopla. So please, if you have any ideas for anything, please let me know. And I will take them into consideration. I will take them into deep consideration because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing this for fun. Because like I said, this is what this whole channel is about. I'm not focusing so much on the quality of my editing skills and things like that. I'm really just focusing on the fact that you guys are having fun watching these videos. That is my top priority, basically. So please let me know what I can do better, and I will definitely do it. So that's all I really have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm so sorry. That will never happen again. Is my nose bruised? Anyway, besides that sad realization, how did I do that? Anyway, please like and subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Share this video with people if you want. Just let people know, hey, if you go to Lone Star and you like theater at all, this girl talks about it. And you can really say anything you want in the comments and she'll probably respond to it. So that's all I have for today. But thank you for listening for as long as you did. And if you enjoyed listening to this, I will do it every other week. Thank you. I really got to learn how to just like end these videos in a normal way. But bye!